Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Show Me How It's Done. My name is Laura Nerbonis and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So, welcome. I have a really adorable card to show you today. It was inspired by my lovely friend Karen Duke, this card right up here. She passed along to me as a thank you card, and I really loved the beautiful elegance on the card, so I decided I was just going to change it up a little bit, switch out the colors and some of the papers and kind of recreate it for myself. But I do want to thank her so much for her inspiration for today's project. So the card that I have for you today, I have decided to play with a few different colors. So I'm going to show you the card in crushed curry, and then at the end of the video I have a couple other options to show you as well. So this card here features the sentiment, thank you, from the Timeless Arrangement stamp set. And then the dies that I'm using also for this little floral image. Here you can see how nicely it cuts out. This is all one die. They are also part of this Timeless Arrangement set. So there's numerous options. You can have the large leaves like I did. There's small flowers. There's little flowers, there's little leaves, so many different options and 3 different sizes of rectangles that you can choose to put a sentiment onto as well. So I liked that nice skinny one because it fit with the word thank you, but of course there was different ones if you wanted to kind of say a little bit more, or even if you wanted to say a little bit less, those will work too. So this is a really beautiful set. There are so many different sentiments hiding in here, and I'm kind of feeling like this is one of our all-around sets that you can use for sympathy, congratulations, birthday, all sorts of, even celebrating like weddings, all sorts of things. So it's a great set to look up. It's in the annual catalog. And let me show you how we did today's project. There are a couple other dies and embossing folders that I will mention as we go. But to start, you're going to want a piece of cardstock. So I have picked crushed curry, as I mentioned. So my page is 5.5 by 8.5. And I've put a score mark down the middle at 4 1/4. Now on the inside of my projects, I love to have something to write on. So I'm cutting myself just a piece of basic white cardstock. That will measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm attaching it just with my choice of flat adhesive. So I like my double-sided tape. You can use seal or glue as well for this. Then, just because I had some extra little scraps, I'm also going to decorate the inside of my card. So I have a piece of designer series paper. This is from the Inked Botanicals, and it's a 6x6 paper pack in our annual catalog. Those papers are what I'm using on all the projects today. So they might be a different pattern, like these two are different, but they are from the same paper pack. So you can see all different options for you. This one you could flip over and use the other side too. This measures 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And again, just put a little strip of tape on there, and we can attach this to the inside of the card. Sometimes I decorate inside when I have scraps, and it always just brightens up the projects. So on the front of our card now, we're going to cut another piece of basic white. I've embossed this one already. You can see a little bit of texture. So let's talk cutting first. You're going to need to go 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then if you'd like to emboss as well, the embossing folder I chose was Timeworn type. And just keep in mind, there is a little bit of kind of script and writing. You can't really read it, but just make sure you put your paper in horizontally so the writing looks like it's kind of going the right way. You can also use any of our subtle embossing folders, the basic embossing folders, just something simple to add a slight bit of texture to the back of your project. So I am popping this piece up on dimensionals. Had a little extra stuff prepped because I still 3 weeks in, have that little pesky cough. Just in case I'm breaking down, I have everything prepped. So it can be a quick little escape. You don't have to listen to me hacking away. Also, you're watching this one as a recording. I know that because I pre-filmed it because I'm in Vegas at the moment. I am at Stampin' Up's Backstage Conference, which is their leadership conference. So we all kind of get together and learn some new business strategies and talk about what's working for us and not. But it's a really nice networking time for me. I really like catching up with those lovely ladies and gentlemen who attend and meeting new people. I always try to sit with new people at lunch and stuff. So it'll be fun. And I'll have so many swaps and things to show you when I come back. This event is not centered around a catalog. It's not one where I go and I get to see a lot of projects that Stampin' Up has designed. We get to basically just see what other demonstrators are designing. So we swap and trade cards with each other. And I don't get any free products usually or anything. It's mostly about business training. So the photos that you'll see if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook will kind of be just mostly about my trip and then the fun people I meet and then those swaps. Those are going to be a big thing because I'm organizing 7 swaps with 20 people in each. So that's a whole lot of cards. Plus I have a few extra cards to kind of trade out as I meet people. So back to our card. Okay, we need another piece of designer series paper. This one can be quite flexible in the width. You can kind of use whatever scrap you have, but I chose 1 1/4 by 4. And then I have a piece of crushed curry cardstock that I have used this little edge die. Pardon me, this comes from the Zany Zoo bundle, and I know that one is hiding downstairs in my craft room right now because I used it in an event recently. But there is this really cute die that they use to kind of make a stage for all the animal critters, and that's what I used. We also have some basic borders dies that you might have in your collection, and you can use any of those, just some sort of fun edging die. And I used a piece of cardstock that was 4 inches in length. This one is about 1 inch, but just look, we're tucking most of that behind. So you could work with something that was like 3/4 of an inch, even 1/2 an inch if you want to kind of cut on that. So this is all that I'm having visible. So I really don't need all this excess. So this one we're going to put adhesive and tuck my scallops under the designer paper. And just making sure you're tucking behind as you can. Oh, you just barely need to see that crushed curry. And flip it over once more. We're now putting this flat onto the front of the card. This, I put mine just on this left-hand side, but of course you can switch sides and be daring, do something different. Okay, now we're on to our tag. So as I mentioned, I use those Timeless Arrangements dies. So I cut myself out this little leaf set and I used Lemon Lolly because it looks really cute when you're pairing it with crushed curry. So this one is Lemon Lolly. Then I cut myself out one of those little rectangles in white, and I'm going to stamp with crushed curry because I'm using crushed curry cardstock. So I got my thank you, and hopefully I can see straight. We'll see. It's always hard because I can't. There we go. That's pretty good. There you go. Thank you. So the fun part is this little lip here. We can actually connect our label to it. So I just like to put a couple dots of glue, not very much, something small, just so I can get those two matched up. and it looks like you've cut out 3 different sets of leaves when it was really just that one pass. So this makes my life so easy right now. Now, while that is drying, I thought it was really cute that Karen had this fun little bow hiding in behind. So I've got a little bit of linen thread, and I'm just going to tie myself a tiny bow, and we will tuck that in behind our tag before adding everything there to the card front. It doesn't have to be massive, just something cute and little. And once it's on the card, then I would suggest cutting your excess strings. But let's just put this in behind here. So easiest way to do that is just to grab yourself a tiny little bit of double-sided tape, tuck that in behind, and just press it down. Okay? While it's turned over, we will want to pop this piece up on dimensionals so it's coming off your page, and you only need to put the dimensionals onto your little sentiment. Don't worry about anything on the leaves here. Okay, remember, our strings are quite long, so it looks awkward right now, but we're going to put this onto the card. That. And then the fun thing with twine is you can still fix it while it's on the card. There we go. Let you get to that set for a second. Okay, and then to finish up, I thought it was really cute. She had those cute little flowers, but I didn't have that die set. And I did have, though, these little pearls. So I figured I'm going to grab these, and we will just add a little bit of glossiness to the card still. There we go. Easy peasy. You can put whatever sentiment you want on those, and they're just really fun and pretty. I like how simple and like elegant these dies really are. So really, really fun. I promised you a couple other options. So you could also do a card with the Lost Lagoon as your background. And then for my accent on the little leaves, I used Pool Party. Or you can go a little red and kind of use Calypso Coral. And then for my accent, this one would be, did I use Blushing Bride or Petal Pink? Petal Pink, because we don't have Blushing Bride anymore. I used Petal Pink for that one. So you have 3 different options, mostly because those were the 3 predominant colors in that paper package. I tried to complement it, but you can certainly use anything. And you can see Karen's here. She would have used that Country Inn paper. So she's got kind of the navy with her scallops, and then she's bringing in the boho blue with her little leaves there too. So few options, but I really liked the color base. I thought that was kind of a different game changer for me. Well, there you go. 4 different options. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would love a like, or even if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. There is a new video for you every Tuesday, whether I'm live or it just gets posted. And just a reminder that you'll want to keep an eye out for these special like swap sneak peek videos, because that won't be a traditional Tuesday one. I also did a catalog unboxing video a short while ago for the new holiday mini catalog. So you can always go to my channel on YouTube, Lauren Scraplot, and just search videos, see what I've done lately. And one of those videos is catalog unboxing, which is so fun because there'll be so many different products we get to play with very, very soon. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.